I'm just gonna make this a very tingly, triggery, random video for you. Just, as they might say, to get back up on the horse. Because if I try to explain too much about where the heck I've been, it'd be a whole different type of video, so. All is well. Everything was hectic, that's all. Just insanity. I had to just focus exactly where I was at any moment and just try to find a little breathing space. Luckily, I indulged in the garden, and it has taken a lot of my time. And trying to juggle that with the animal care has been tricky. But mostly it's just been my own mind and overwhelming emotions and such and so on. The longer I waited to make a video, the bigger the wall was to climb. But I have been receiving so much relaxation and stress relief watching ASMR videos through this whole last few months that I've been feeling guilty to not provide the same for my lovely viewers, and I missed you. I really, 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 really missed you. It's hard to make videos when you're down and out and struggling. But it's all good, it's good, it's good. It's all good right now. So here's sort of reminds me of the old day videos that I used to make when I would just randomly sit down and start making videos. They were some of my favorites too, so oopsie. That's what this one is. I was picking up dog toys in the living room, again, for the millionth time. And I'm realizing that I had quite a few of them stuck up and on a shelf out of the way because they had been damaged or shredded or somehow in disarray. And I hate throwing things away. I hate throwing away dog toys especially. But Charlie is particularly aggressive with his toys. And so when I took them all down to take a look at them to see what could be fixed or salvaged, it was quite comical. They're all thrashed, so I had taken all of his soft fabric toys away from him because even though he didn't seem to be eating any of it, he seemed to spit out all the pieces and all the stuffing. Somehow or other his stomach went off during that time, and I just had to imagine he was eating something he shouldn't have. So that was the end of that. And now he gets hard rubber, hard plastic, different things that won't shred. It's tricky. I just got him another horse ball, one of those big jolly balls with a handle, and it's a hard rubber. He loves those, so anyway, to buy things that are really tough or advertised as for aggressive chewers. But Charlie's the best. He should be a tester. This is his modus operandi right here. Bite a hole, get your teeth in there, and start pulling out stuffing. If possible, get it all over the house. It's my own fault for leaving this out at night. Because during the day, if we play with it, he loves to play duck-duck. Then it's just fine. He doesn't chew on it. It still has 1 out of 3 squeaks. The others he has done surgery on. The thing is, it still has nice fabric, and I would give it back to him, but he's gonna continue to get fluff all over the house. I cannot even keep count of how many of these poor little animals were sacrificed to this dog. This little duck. Quack, 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 quack. His cute little feet. See, I got really smart and I started buying only the ones that were stuffless. So these were fantastic because it's just fabric and it's nice and soft. And it has an opening with Velcro, which is, I think, already chewed off. But anyway, in the belly of the animal, you could fit one of the disposable water bottles. Water bottle. Which I had to ask my neighbor to save for me because I don't have disposable water bottles. Well, I guess now it could be a hand puppet because this one also was eviscerated. Anyway, you put the empty bottle in the belly and then it becomes a crinkle, 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 crinkle toy. He loved it. He loved it to death. This poor little thing. This was another one of those stuffless animals. And this one belongs to Riley, my little rat terrier, my little old man, who's like 16 years old and has diabetes. I've been giving him insulin twice a day for 3 years. And he's now blind and mostly deaf. But he still thinks he can just get up and go, and he bumps himself around the house, and I've rearranged everything so that he can safely get up and down off the sofa. And yeah, he's like Mr. Magoo, if you know that old cartoon character. Mr. Magoo. He's like totally clueless that he can't see. He just runs. He loves to run. Sometimes he sees shapes and shadows and goes around things unexpectedly. And then other times I'm trying to be careful and guide him and he'll pull away from me and just walk right into something. So that is a 24/7 job with the poor little old man because he can't go out by himself, of course, and he can't really support himself all that well sometimes, so I have to be ready to give him an assist even though he hates it because he doesn't want me to do it. He wants to do it all by himself. Anyway, this is his toy, and it was his very, very favorite. It had all the squeakies and all the feet, and he never chewed it up. He would just drag it around with him and lay on it because he thought it was his baby. But Charlie got it. Charlie. This is one of his favorites, and I'm really sorry that I didn't pick it up when I saw that he had finished his treat, because now he has destroyed it. I might still be able to use it, but this is the kind of puzzle toy that he loves so much. It makes him use his brain and his little tongue. So it's 2 pieces, and it's a very hard rubber that's really fun for them to chew on. I have to squeeze it because it's deformed. There we go. It might still work. I was just so mad when I saw it because I knew it was my fault too. Anyway, I don't know why it needs to be round. And it's now been chewed. Bummer. This part's still perfect. Perfect. It's perfect. Perfect. So this is a little puzzle tube for things like, oh, I don't know, like dog biscuits that would be square and squish in there and stay. So they have to try and reach and get it out. Or what I use is just peanut butter. And I just smush some around inside. And then on the outside here, some little remnants from some peanut butter. It's like raised bumps, 2 rows of them. A little space in between each of the bumps, and so you can just use a knife and just spread some peanut butter around the whole thing. And then you take this part, and you can put some in there too, because there are those little bumps in the inside. So then you carefully put the tube inside the other tube and cover up the peanut butter. Oh, look, now it's really hard to get off. This is probably better. Let me see. I have to put it on the other way. Maybe. Oh, Charlie, I can't believe you ruined this toy. This is one of his favorites. But towards the end there, he was just yanking it off. He'd just hold it in his paws and just pull it off with his mouth. Now it's going to be really hard to get out. That's maybe a good thing. So I think I'm going to keep this one. Should I keep this? I think it still has some toy value. I think. As long as I'm supervising and take it away. So he doesn't eat any more of it. And this is another puzzle toy. Is that cute or what? This is one of those, they call it a snuffle pad, because it has all these little loopy crevices and pockets, and you stick little treats or little kibble down inside there. You fill it all up, and you shake it so it all goes inside, and then you put it down for them to snuffle, 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 and find all the yummies. And it has a squeak in the head. And Charlie is the master of the squeaks, so he's relentless. So you ask, why is this in the basket with all the dog toy fails? supervised play only, and as soon as he stops snuffling, I gotta take it away from him. Yes, good idea. And then there's some that I just caught it at the last second, and I'm gonna trim all this off because he hasn't managed to get inside it yet. And this is a really good tough one. It's very, very compact fabric. And there's a few squeakies in there, I think. Yeah, there's 3 different ones. And it's a good tuck toy for him to play with the neighbor's dog when he goes into doggy daycare. They have playtime for a few hours, usually in the early morning and just before sunset. So they run around, chase each other, and, do doggy deeds. They're cute. So that one I'm gonna fix, because this is called Tuffy Ring dog toy. And it's still got some, now that I see it close up, sometimes when he destroys things, I just take them away and throw them up on the shelf. I don't even really check them. But this one looks like it's salvageable. And this one I had very high hopes for. It lasted such a long time with him satisfied just to scratch it and chew it and not really try to tear it open. And it's a Kong toy, and they are really well-made toys for the most part. I have 3 or 4 basically indestructible toys that he plays with as well, but there isn't a fabric known to man that this dog Charlie can't get through, so stuffing was everywhere, and that was the end of that. Another of my unfortunate oversights. He's good at taking toys and making himself happy and just playing by himself while I am trying to manage a blind dog who just, tests my patience and has to go outside a very lot of times during the day. Like, we go outside probably 8 or 9 times a day, and during the night, so lack of sleep and all that. So the reason that this one is a fail, it's really okay. I saved it before anything bad happened, but as you can see, it's hard plastic. It has a moving ring on both sides. Is that you can open the holes to accommodate different shapes of kibble and treats. Here's a larger opening, and you can set it wide open for big pieces, and then you can close it down for little pieces, or to make it less easy. Yes, to make it harder. That's right. And then you just screw this one on. And this side also has a ring that hardly moves anymore because he decided to chew on it using his magnificent jaws. I have to really squeeze it hard to make it turn. And so he does weeble wobble with it, and he flips it with his big old paw, and the pieces come flying out, and he chases the pieces around and eats them all up. Again, a great toy that I have to take away from him just as soon as he finishes. He usually brings it over to me and says, like, hello, I need more. Alrighty. strange thing. I hope it's not too loud. Let's see. This was inside a big stuffed toy. And he did surgery on it and removed it and was trying to find out how it worked, I guess. I just thought it'd be funny to save it for a gag someday. I don't know. And this one was a large disappointment. This is a Nerf dog, and probably should be an outdoor toy for when I'm with him to fetch and all that, but I just gave it to him to play with, thinking he would like the alternate fabric and harder rubber texture to just chew on. He's just a year old, you know. Well, a little more than a year, a few months over a year. But he's still kind of teething, you know. He likes just to get his teeth into stuff. But he did. He tore it apart. So, if I had, like, a good sewing machine, or basically any sewing machine at this point, because mine has been ruined, but it was from the 70s, so it probably was ready to go. Anyway, if I could have some way of stitching this without doing it by hand, because I'll go crazy if I have to do that. So that's why it's still sitting here. And this last poor little thing. It's a shark. It's a shark. It's a flat shark. There's the belly. There's the mouth. He was a stuffless flat toy with a lot of squeakies in it. All gone. Very heavy duty fabric, but no match for Mr. Charlie. So, the only soft toy that he has left, for whatever reason, is this silly thing. Of course, he ate off the eyes. Got a little bit mouth. It's got all four squeakies still. That's unheard of. In the middle is a ball, a hard ball, that also squeaks. It reminds me of my little belly bear, teddy bear. But he drags this thing around and he has not chewed on it. It's a miracle. Not even one place except for taking the eyeballs off. So that's the only one he's allowed to have, and there's no stuffing in here either. Just squeakers. And then, last but not least, I bought a toy for the cats. Silly me to think that Charlie would respect that decision. Because right away he claimed it as his own. I had to remove it from him several times and put it up on a shelf and then put it on a higher shelf. I can totally understand his confusion. It used to have feathers on either end and ribbons. And it's one of those kicker toys that the cats like to grab and squish against organize my crystals a little bit better. I need to do some cleaning and clearing. And maybe I'll come back soon and make a grid of motivation. And my garden, my goodness. I'm getting a lot of things. I'm about a month behind the usual schedule. So I've been sort of putting off making an update video for the garden because I missed almost all of April. And now it's July and things are just finally, really showing a yield and some progress, and everything's looking beautiful and green and the flowers are blooming. So I want to make a video, and I've tried a few times, but the best time is very early in the day or right at sunset, and that's when the neighbors are always out there too. And they help me with the garden, of course. One of them is my cousin and the other is a tenant, but we take care of each other's dogs, so I can't really tell them to go away or anything like that. But I've been thinking of doing maybe a midnight tour with twinkle lights and a little headlamp. And I have a lot of little short clips that I could narrate if you'd like that kind of format. But the garden is my source of happiness in all the chaos. It helps me to ground and feel more positive, and it's not always about getting rid of the negative and just having positive, because that's not possible, but sometimes the most important thing is to get to a place of contentment and peace. Just peace, just neutral, just for a minute. So that's what I've been chasing, catching my minutes, and just checking myself, seeing the impatience, the frustration, the overwhelmment, the emotional, the ups and downs that are making me feel not like myself at all. And then I remember that I'm beyond that. I'm behind it all. I'm the witness. I have done my practices so that when I get to this place that was predicted, the chaos, the breakdown, the madness, that I could ride the wave. It's okay to know and to see, and then to turn away and be something else. Don't give in to the pressure to have to see and know and feel and accept and all. No, just go back to who you are. Be yourself. Be yourself. You're in control of your mind, and you're in control of anything that you allow in. I've been saving some really beautiful, inspiring little affirmations from different people. I would like to make a video about that. Just read some of them to you. They're very powerful. So be kind to yourself. Treat yourself well. We need